Good morning and welcome back to Plaas TV. The 2020 AECI National Beef Performance Awards ceremony is around the corner and this year it's going virtual. Dr. Ben Greyling visits us in studio this morning to give us some more info on this prestigious event that will be hosted right here on the Plaas TV channel. We also have an interesting discussion with the National Sales Director of AECI Plant Health, Hein Bantjes, about their distribution network. But first, over to Lisa for the latest news.
In today's news, the South African Cane Growers Association recently signed Phase 1 of the Sugar Master Plan. This means all role players can now implement the plan's 7 commitments, which are focused on the sustainability and profitability of the sector over the next 3 years. Furthermore, the implementation of these commitments will ensure the livelihoods of the 1 million workers supported by the industry. Other sugar industry stakeholders that signed the document include retailers, social partners and government. According to a statement from the Western Cape Department of Agriculture, the province is expecting one of the largest winter grain and oilseed crops in recent history. The Western Cape wheat harvest is forecasted at 1 million tonnes according to Louw Pienaar from the department. This is the largest harvest in more than 2 decades. He says the excellent yields are a result of ideal rain and weather conditions for the winter grain production across both the Swartland and the Oeverberg regions. Current prices are also at higher levels than during the past several seasons. It is expected that the record harvest will assist the economic recovery of the province. And Fair Play recently released an online guide to poultry dumping in South Africa. The guide provides information about dumping and predatory trade, as well as the impact of the trade measures implemented by South Africa to defend the industry. According to the Fair Play movement, South Africa's poultry industry has experienced a 400% surge in chicken imports over the past 2 decades. This jeopardizes the country's food security. And that's the news for today, but stay with us. The highlight of this year's AECI National Beef Performance Awards is around the corner, and I'd like to welcome Dr. Ben Greyling. He'll shed some light on the categories and what to expect in 2020. Ben, AECI's awards have been running for many years. And it's a highlight on our agricultural calendar. Give us some perspectives on the aims of these awards. What are they about?
Yeah, thank you, Lisa. The awards, like you say, it's been running for many years, in fact for more than 4 decades. The awards is all about acknowledging and awarding farmers through their actions to make use of technological innovations, to make use of science. Some of it's very basic, to go forward, to go to the next level. So it's all about awarding people on all different sectors of the beef production sector, whether it's an upcoming emerging farmer or a stud farmer, giving them awards, acknowledging the heights they have reached using technology. And some of that technology, like I said, is very basic performance recording technology. Because we say without data, you will not know whether you're going forwards or backwards. So that's the scheme, that's what the scheme has been doing for 61 years.
Wow, 61.
We help farmers, with basic technology. How do you record data? And that data is turned into information. And that information assists farmers to go forward, to be more profitable, to be more sustainable. And the awards is all about really the heights that farmers have reached using this basic and other technologies, of course, and really to acknowledge that and to show to the world, because this is not just for South Africa, to show to the world what heights you can achieve making use of science and technologies, yes.
Now, Ben, the format for this year's event is very different. Tell us about it.
Yeah, it's very different. It's a new one for us, like for everybody else around the world. We used to have an in-person award ceremony. This year it's a virtual awards. I first want to start by saying it will be on the 26th of this month of November at 6 o'clock. We will still communicate all those links. So there are many advantages, of course, linked to virtual awards. Number one is it's not just the 300 people that used to attend the awards that can be there. There can now be thousands of people locally as well as on an international level that can watch these awards. The awards, in other words, being virtual, gives you a lot more exposure, a lot more marketing opportunities, and hopefully part of that should be perhaps more initiate more business opportunities for farmers, because now they're being exposed all over the world, not just in South Africa. And the other thing, of course, is it's for free. You can access it in the comfort of your
own home.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, in your lounge.
Or your office.
Or your office, or in your bakkie in the middle of the maize field. You can watch it on your cell phone. It's for free, it's easy to access, and the other thing is you can even watch it afterwards. So it will be available for many months following the...
When is it?
It's the 26th of this month and at 6 o'clock. Yeah.
So Ben, where can we watch it?
Everybody can watch it on Plaas TV's YouTube channel. Yeah,
So that's
very easy.
So that's on the 26th of November at 6 o'clock. Don't go away. We are talking about the 2020 ARC National Beef Performers Awards, and after the break, we'll focus on the different categories.
Goeiemôre kykers. In vandag se kommoditeitsmarkverslag kan gesien word dat vleispryse die afgelope week redelik herstel het. BSA2 karkasse het met 0.6% gestyg terwyl C-grade met 2.5% gestyg het. Speenkalfpryse is ook 1.2% hoër as die vorige week. Skaapvleis aanbetref het A-graad karkasse met 2.3% gestyg en C-graad het 'n reuse sprong van 7.3% gemaak, terwyl die speen-lampryse egter effens gedaal het met 1.5%. Varkvleis kruip al hoe nader aan die R30 per kilogram en het week op week met 1% gestyg. Wat die wolmark aanbetref, het die wolveiling die afgelope week met 1% gedaal en dis grootliks as gevolg van die versterking in die rand, terwyl daar geen bokhaarveilings was nie. Mielie en koringmarkte het swaar getrek. Mielies het 0.6% verloor en koring 1.8%, terwyl soja bone 0.2% laer gesluit het en sonneblom 1.5%. Die wisselkoers aanbetref het die rand 0.5% gewen teenoor die dollar verlede week en 0.4% teenoor die euro.
NutriFeeds, die formule vir sukses.
As I mentioned earlier, we're focusing on the 2020 ARC National Beef Performers Virtual Awards this year on the 26th of November at 6 o'clock on Plaas TV on YouTube, and we'll be focusing on the categories. Now, which award categories will be presented, Ben?
Yeah, Lisa, there will be 8 categories. The Elite Cow Awards, the Platinum Bull Awards, I'm just going to run quickly through them. The Special Performance Test Class, which has also been running for many decades. Emerging Farmer of the Year Award, very exciting category. The KYD or Kanufatsuari Khomo Province of the Year Award. The Mentor of the Year Award, which we instituted about 3 years ago, which we're very excited about. The Herd of the Year Award, which is probably the flagship and one of the most sought after accolades in South Africa. And then, of course, the Commercial Farmer of the Year Award. So those are the 8 categories.
Now, we can't talk about all 8. Perhaps you should highlight 1 or 2.
Yeah, I think Elite Cows maybe just as one of the categories where we look at purely on performance, not on looks. So it doesn't matter what the cow looks like, if she's ugly or beautiful. We only go on performance figures. And then we identify the best performing cow of an entire breed across all service providers across the whole country. So that's one of the highlights, yeah, Best Elite Cow Awards. Maybe another one, Emerging Farmer of the Year Award, which is also a very exciting category where we are looking at how emerging farmers are making use of technology, performance technology, how they're making use of information, new management techniques to reach new heights, of course, and to stride, of course, and to see if they can reach commercial level. And then the Herd of the Year award, like I said, one of the high accolades, or the most sought after accolades, where we look at not just performance, we look at performance traits of the herd, how science is applied and management is applied to improve the genetic potential of the herds, but also what is the role of the owner or the manager of the herd in terms of how are they really interacting with industry, how are they plowing back, how are they mentoring other people, how are they really helping to shape industry and to take industry to the next level. And maybe a last one, the Commercial Farmer of the Year award, which we instituted about 3 years ago, is where we really look at, and this is not a farmer that focuses on stud breeding, this is a farmer that's running a commercial herd, and how they are also being mentored and also being directed by other leaders within industry, and how they are reaching new heights, how they're also, of course, making use of performance technology and other technologies to reach new heights and to be more sustainable and more profitable. Yeah.
Ben, we have to say goodbye very briefly. What is your message to farmers out there about these awards?
My message is to farmers, please join us. We are very excited about this. It's for free. Come look at what heights you as farmers can achieve using basic technologies, using other farmers, using advice, being mentored, being exposed to other people's experience. You never know, maybe you are one of the award recipients next year.
You never know.
Yeah.
Well, that was Dr. Ben Greyling from the ARC, and we had a discussion about the 2020 ARC National Beef Performance Awards this year, virtual, 26th of November, 6 o'clock on YouTube, Plaas TV. See you then.
Standard Bank, voluit vorentoe. AECI Plant Health, unlocking nature's potential.
It's Friday again, and that means our next discussion with AECI Plant Health. We'd like to welcome Hein Bantjes, and he'll be focusing on their distribution network. Hein, yes, what does your distribution network look like?
Thank you, Lisa. Yes, we have what we call in the industry a national distribution network. And what that means is that we represent it in all areas where there's viable crop production in South Africa. Now, in order, you can just believe that and realize that in order to cover such a vast area, we have 184 crop advisors spread all over South Africa, and they work out of depots, as we call them, stocking points, selling product to these growers out there in these areas, of which there are 150 of these depots that they have. So a huge network that we have, and we're really proud of our distribution network that we've set up in South Africa, and we're close to the farmer. We have stocking points for easy delivery, so it works actually very well. Now, as far as the route to market is concerned, this is very important for us, that the crop advisors are there and they deliver on farm, they give technical advice, they make sure that the sales are done and support is given to the products when it's delivered to the customers.
So how do you support these crop advisors?
What we have is we've divided the country into 7 regions. You can just imagine that having such a number of people out there that you need to support. We divided the country into 7 regions, of which 3 are down in the Cape provinces and 4 up in the north. These regions are mainly based around provincial and municipal boundaries, but to some extent also depending on the crops that we produce in the different regions. Now, each region then have a regional sales manager, so there are 7 of them looking after these regions, and in support of him, we also have 2, in some cases even 3 technical advisors who then help him to support the crop advisors in the different regions, technically, selling and all those kind of things.
Now, the farmer is king, so how do you service the farmer?
I think that's a very important question. With all these people out there, we have to make sure that we have the right people to service these farmers. And in order to do that, I can assure all our growers out there that we actually have all our members are CropLife accredited, and we adhere to the code of conduct as prescribed by CropLife. So we have no people out there who will do recommendations and things that is not applicable or doesn't work. And in order to do that, we also train these guys on a regular basis in order to ensure that they give the best advice for this particular problem that a grower might have.
Do you face any challenges?
There are always challenges,
Yes.
many of them. I think I'm not going to elaborate a lot on external challenges, perhaps like climatical conditions and all that.
We all know about those.
There's so many,
Yeah.
and the economy and all that. I think as an industry, we also have challenges because there are still crop advisors out there that don't adhere necessarily always to all these prescriptions of CropLife. And I think we as an industry must stand together and make sure that those people who are doing a disservice to the industry to some extent are eliminated, so we don't have that. Another thing is the fact that there's a lot of products that are banned, and it stays a challenge for us to make sure we can offer the right solutions for the problems that we have in the industry and the farmer might encounter. So that's also very important. Another challenge I think that we have is in order to ensure that our farmers can be sustainably farming, it means that we have to make sure that we offer them holistic solutions to the problems that they might encounter, meaning going more towards greener chemistry, using more biological products, and not only focusing on the hard chemistry that in a number of cases are used.
Well, that was more on AECI Plant Health's distribution network, and with me in the studio today was Hein Bantjes. Until next time, goodbye.
AECI Plant Health, unlocking nature's potential. Netafim. Grow more with less.
Don't miss Monday's episode of Plaas TV when Mark Christodoulou from VDT Attorneys will talk about vicarious liability on a farm and which law it is governed by. We'll see you then.